Is social media marketing too saturated? Can you still start a social media marketing agency in 2019? So maybe you've thought about creating your own business, something that could get you out of your 9-to-5 job that's kind of just sucking the life out of you. Well, it's not a wild thought that you've probably considered creating a social media marketing agency. Social media marketing is one of the most profitable businesses to start. With almost no initial startup money and very little experience, it makes it one of the most easiest profitable businesses to start up. And at the same time, it has the ability to generate huge revenue in as little as 2 to 3 months. But maybe you've been a little bit hesitant because you get all these ads from gurus, and all you see on social media is people starting social media agencies. With a lot of conflicting YouTube content out there and people telling you to do different things, is the market too saturated to start an agency? But before we get into that, I want to talk about why social media marketing as a business and as a service makes so much sense. The best kind of service as a business that you can offer is something recurring. And what I mean by that is you are paid on a recurring schedule, which means every month you collect a retainer payment. And that's one of the best income streams you can create. Normally when you sell something, you get paid one time for it, and then you'll have to retarget that buyer to try to purchase another product. With a social media marketing agency, you get paid monthly. So you know that money's going to be there as long as you are performing and getting results for the client. Social media marketing is a service that pays for itself. You get paid off of the profits that you generate for the businesses you work for and for your clients. And why that's important is because it separates the market from being saturated or unsaturated. Most social media marketing agencies like to run what I call a luxury service, and that's where most agency owners go wrong. They focus way too much time on getting clients things that don't matter: likes, subscribers, new followers. And while all these things are nice and byproducts of what you do as a social media marketer, it's not what your typical client is going to want. What does your client want? There's one main thing that all new clients want, and that's results. That's sales, that's new clients, that's leads, and that's for you to turn the needle on the revenue for their business. So look at what happened to the agencies that focused on one thing, like growing Instagram accounts, especially through follow and follow, where it's more of a service that people want, but not necessarily a service that businesses need. And there's really no way to track whether or not follow and getting new followers on an Instagram account is turning the revenue on a business. Businesses want to see trackable results. They want to know that the traffic you're driving to their landing pages or their accounts is actually netting them new sales. So what happens is people start up an agency that focuses on Instagram growth, and Instagram curbs automation. Now these Instagram owners have no service to provide. Now, while that sucks and I feel bad for these agency owners, they broke the first cardinal rule of marketing, and that's to put all your eggs in one basket, selling one particular service and not having a big toolbox. There's a golden rule that I follow in life, and that's always been true. If I don't work hard for something, generally the rewards I reap from it won't last very long. You'll notice that people that win the lottery and become millionaires are generally broke 3 years later. Now, a lot of that's due because number one, they don't know how to manage money, and number two, they didn't earn that money. When you actually put in work for something and sacrifice for something, it'll take a lot more to take that from you than it would if you don't have a lot invested in it. And to me, that's what automation was. It was a nice side hustle to provide for businesses, but it was a very easy form of passive income where you kind of could just set it and forget it. It wasn't a main staple of a digital marketing agency, and it was extremely volatile. So I've gotten hundreds of messages asking me what I'm doing for my clients now that Instagram automation was gone. See, Instagram automation was only one piece of the pie that is my business. I run a 6-figure digital marketing agency where I provide a ton of services for other social platforms. And that's the difference between having an agency that people need versus an agency that people want. So with that being said, the reason that the market is not too saturated to start a social media marketing agency in 2019 is because there is a huge skill gap between marketers. You got a lot of marketers that will focus on services that people want, but not services people need. Joshua Harris says it best. Think about the game of tic-tac-toe. Think about when there's a big skill gap between players in a game. In tic-tac-toe, you can have a really good player and a really bad player. Generally, there won't be a large skill gap there. You can be unskilled at tic-tac-toe and still kind of get by and maybe beat that better player. Now take a look at the game of chess. There is a vast difference of skill between a grandmaster chess player and a guy that doesn't know what he's doing. The grandmaster is going to have a lot more tools in his tool case to use against that beginner player. And it's the same thing with marketing, and that's where you will stand out in a saturated market. The thing that will separate you is your ability to perform on all the other social media platforms. and generate results for your clients through things like Facebook advertising campaigns, sales funnels through ClickFunnels, email marketing, and not just focusing on one particular platform. Now, while it's good to niche down, you want to do that when you're targeting your businesses and not your services. You want to offer different packages in a social media marketing agency. And if you're generating new leads and new sales for these businesses, you'll have an easy time justifying a high price point. You'll have an easy time justifying a $2,500 price point if you're generating $10,000 for sales for a business in a month. And another main reason why you don't want to focus on one platform is because look at MySpace. People who built businesses around MySpace no longer had them when MySpace disappeared. It's an obsolete platform, and that happens all the time. If we were to experience the death of Instagram and your business was solely focused on Instagram, you no longer have a business. Being an entrepreneur is about creating something sustainable that you will have for years, that will take you away from a 9-to-5 corporate lifestyle. And you can't get that just focusing on one thing. Now, you can still start a social media agency as a beginner in 2019. You can easily land a client tomorrow by going out and pitching clients or creating a few Facebook ads. But that newfound confidence of landing a client will quickly diminish when you realize that you aren't the grandmaster chess player at getting the results, and that there's a lot more to this game of chess that you need to learn. And you're just not playing a game of chess here, you're actually playing with a profitable business's money. Not only that, but you're playing with your reputation and your business's reputation. And it only takes one bad review from a client to put you in a position where you're no longer able to land clients and make money. So the difference between succeeding and failing in marketing is learning to partner with somebody and learn from the mistakes and the successes that they've made. So that's what I do. I partner with entrepreneurs who are interested in starting their own agencies, and I walk them by the hand through the processes of building a profitable agency and scaling it to over 6 figures in as little as 6 months. And that's why I launched my second company, Build a Life on Your Own Terms, where I teach you how to scale and build a social media marketing agency from scratch as a beginner, and how to hop into a market full of gurus telling you what to do. So if you're interested, I have a 20-minute free training video on everything you need to know about digital marketing. What digital marketing is, what you need to do to get started, what you need to get started, and the things that you're going to need to learn to pitch clients and to scale your own business in as little time as possible. So if you're interested in that training, I've linked it in the description below. It's free to watch. All you have to do is plug in your email and I'll send you a link to the video. Once again, guys, I hope you found value in this video. I hope you are seriously contemplating starting your own digital marketing agency, because it is extremely profitable in 2019 and it's not a saturated market. You can easily get into it with little to no experience and little to no startup money. Please click the like button if you found value in this video. Hit the subscribe button, and once again, turn the bell on so that you can stay tuned for future videos, and I will see you on the next one.